Alright guys, I feel like I've had one of those rare moments in life where a light bulb goes off in the head. You know, like just one of those moments of clarity when things just become clear all of a sudden about something that I should have been doing for years, and almost like a purpose. I know that's a big statement, and I know that is in the headline of this video, but I feel like it's true. I'll tell you a little story. The other day I was out actually filming a vlog with a group of friends. We were in some dark woods and we were walking along this kind of ridge-like path which had a really sharp drop off to the side, which was like 40 meters or so down to like a riverbed. It was quite a little bit dangerous, but I looked back and one of my friends who was on the trip with us, I noticed right away that she was having a panic attack, an anxiety attack at very least. Nobody else recognized this, but I recognized it right away because it's something that I've suffered for my whole life. And I could see what she was going through. I knew exactly what was happening because the same feelings that she was having, I'd had them before, and I know the symptoms, I know what they look like. So I went over to her and I talked her through the process of how I get out of that situation when it happens. Because anxiety is something that doesn't really leave you ever, it's always with you, but you have tools eventually to get past it. And that is exactly what I showed her on the situation, on location, how she could get past the fear, the anxiety that was crippling her at that moment. And you know what, it worked. And she was absolutely delighted with that. You know, in a split second, I managed to get somebody out of a situation that they were out of control of, that they felt they could not continue. They could not walk any further. They were frozen in place. But just using my kind of natural instincts, the stuff that I've learned over years and years and years of having anxiety, I managed to get her out of that situation and continue with what we were doing. And it didn't occur to me really at that moment, but actually the bigger picture, thinking about it, it was quite a big moment. It was a big moment for her. It was a big moment for me as well, because like, what I learned is I actually have the skills and the knowledge and the experience to help people out with things like anxiety. And this isn't a small deal. This is a big, massive deal. There is a worldwide crisis going on right now, right? That might sound dramatic, but it's true. And just to bring this to life a little bit, 20%, right? 20% of people in developed countries like the United States, like Canada, like the UK, like the rest of Europe, and a lot of other places in the world, 20% of people see medical professionals every year complaining of anxiety. That is absolutely massive. And in fact, I saw a really interesting study the other day from the Pew Research Center, right? Anxiety and depression is top of the list among teens as what they say is their biggest problems in life. 70% among American teens say anxiety and depression is a major problem for them. 70%, right? And I think it's partly, there's a lot of things, like it's a modern world that we're living in, the stresses of like finding a career or irrational fears that we've built up in our heads. There are a lot of reasons why anxiety is at such a high level. And I know this from experience, I know this having come through the other side of it. A lot of our anxieties, a lot of the stuff that we suffer from as people who have anxiety is actually treatable. Not curable, because it will always be with us, but it's manageable. The mind is an immensely powerful thing, and through willpower, through mind power, we can actually get past a lot of anxiety alone. We can kill anxiety dead. And that is what I found out the other day when I was helping my friend. And like, when I look at the comments on my YouTube channel, I have done quite a few videos on my main YouTube channel over the years about anxiety things that have bothered me, and I've had so many comments from people who said I've helped them a lot just by talking about it, just by showing the process. That means so much to me, because when I was young, the feelings I had as a teenager of anxiety attacks we're talking about, panic attacks, which are absolutely crippling and stop you living your life, stop you succeeding, and stop you actually going forward with things you need to do. If I had somebody to tell me the way, to show me the way, maybe I would not have experienced the things that I experienced when I was a teenager, right? When I was a teenager, YouTube was very much in its infancy. We didn't really have this support network that we do now. A lot of people blame social media for anxiety and depression. I actually think it's a lot the other way around. Because of the support network that exists, because of people that are here on these platforms to help, I actually think social media can be one of the biggest cures through finding a support network, through finding people with common problems who have been there and done it. And that's me. Yeah, and Adventure Everything, right? It's on this channel. This is why this channel is going to be called Adventure Everything. I've had this for a number of years now, Adventure Everything. I mean, it's even tattooed on my arm right there. I had it tattooed. It is very, very important to me, Adventure Everything. It means a lot to me personally, Because when I was younger and I was struggling with anxiety and I was struggling about what I was going to do in my life and how I was going to get past these feelings of fear of a number of situations, Adventure Everything was the thing that I brought into this world, thinking this is what I'm going to use as a vehicle to actually move forward and do some cool things in my life. And I just realized, like, why am I not using that in a bigger sense? Why am I not doing it? Why do I not use Adventure Everything to help others and to show them that anything's possible through willpower, through brain power, through changing things in your brain, through changing the way you think, and for actually just going for it? So I think this is what this channel, Adventure Everything, my second channel, should always, from now on, be about. I think that is my calling. I think it's like a purpose that I've always had. I've just not really had it clear in my mind that that's what I should be doing. I think I can genuinely help. I know I can genuinely help because I've had that feedback. So yeah, Adventure Everything. I'm going to turn it into more of a vehicle for helping people to conquer fears, to do things that they thought they could never do, to adventure, to actually go out there and conquer their fears. Right? We can do this together. I think a lot of the times when we think about things that we could do, whether it's everyday things like jobs and stuff like that, or bigger things like challenges, climbing up mountains or whatever it happens to be, I think what we always think in our mind, our natural process always goes to what we can't do. What can we not do? We're actually, what I want to turn this discussion into is what we can do, right? What can we do with this brain power? What can we achieve through willpower, through the mind, through the strength of the mind to push through? And that's the kind of videos I want to be doing on this channel. That is the videos I'm going to be doing on this channel from now on. I'm very excited about it. I think it is going to be great for me to grow as a person, to push my things to things I never thought I could do. Like, it starts small and like, just where can I take it? And how can I help people? That is what Adventure Everything is going to be about. And that's what it always has been about. I've just never been able to really articulate it and put it across in videos, and that's what I need to do. So, Adventure Everything, here we go. Are you ready? I think my biggest inspiration for this is definitely the comments that I receive from people who have told me that I've helped them out with anxiety throughout the years. And definitely when I was out with my friend the other day and I helped her pass the situation that she never imagined she could actually pass and conquer. Right there on the spot, instantly, I managed to help her get past that. Just because I had been there, for no other reason. I've got the experience, I've been there, I've done it, and I've managed to see myself through it. That is the reason why I can do this. I also want to give a shout out, guys. There is a channel on YouTube called Yes Theory, right? Yes Theory, a couple of young guys who basically go out there and their slogan is seek discomfort. They're another source of inspiration for what I do. Those guys basically have gone out there and put themselves in the most difficult and most uncomfortable situations they can think of for different challenges and stuff, and put that into video context, which is really helping people. They actually just released a documentary on the weekend there about that very thing. And it's really inspiring, and that's exactly how I see Adventure Everything. Yes Theory and seeking discomfort is exactly what I think about Adventure Everything and my brand and how I want to take it forward. So props to those guys, they do a really awesome job, and I want to do something similar. How can we push out further our comfort zones? We've all got our comfort zones, the place where we actually feel comfortable, where we don't feel that we're in challenging situations, where we don't feel we are attacked or challenged or pushed. But how do we push that further out, right? Because the further out you manage to push your comfort zone, the more you can achieve in life. So that's it. Adventure Everything from this day forward. That's what this channel is going to be about. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey. I hope you stick around. I hope this helps you in some way, or somebody you know. Make sure you send this video to someone who might be affected, who might be helped by what I'm talking about. Because these videos are going to be about that. Facing fears, conquering challenges, and just doing new things that we all don't think that we can possibly physically do. Can we do them? Can we do it mostly through the power of the mind? I think the answer is yes. And that is definitely where this is going. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on the next Adventure Everything adventure, because that is what's coming. I'm so ready for this. Guys, I'll see you on the next adventure. Until then, take care.